Okay, when you talk about low budget screenwriting, or really kind of low budget producing, who should put your budget together? Should it be an executive producer or should it be a line producer? This is an interesting question. Really, it's kind of both in a way. And here's what I mean. The line producer will be the person that could take a look and put each aspect of the budget into a detail, and this is how much each part costs, each crew member, each location, each actor fee, above the line, below the line, they'll put it all together into this budget, right? Okay, so really, so you say, "Whoa, Tom," then the answer is line producer. It's like yes and no. It could be either, right? If I just hand a script to a line producer, I go, "Tell me the budget of this movie," they could do that. They could go back and say, "You can do it for this much." But what happens more often than not is what's called backing into a budget. An executive producer comes to a line producer and says, "We got to try to do this movie for $500,000, make it fit." And the line producer will now try to back into that budget, go, "Okay, this is the number that we have. We got to allocate it here. And this is how much I know I can give for talent and give for crew and stuff like that, and give for locations and how many days we can shoot and all that stuff." So the EP can dictate, like, "Look, we only got this." And they can make the line producer back into a budget. Or you can just say, line producer, "Just tell me, what do you think this movie can be done for?" And again, that way is almost less common, right? There have been times where, and I've done over 20 films now, there have been times where I'm wrong with the budget. I gave one to a line producer and it was a disaster movie, and I said, "Can we make it for this amount?" And he came back 2 weeks later. He said, "I tried everything, Tom. I could not get it for that." It's like, okay, so we can't do it. So, there are times where people be wrong about the back end number, but times where then maybe that's the only film they can make, and you got to go, okay, how do we pare this script down, right? So when I talk about the screenwriting aspect of it, that's when you can start to look and go, all right, can we cut scenes? Can we make it shorter? Can we take some characters out? Can we take some locations out? Anything where it's not going to lose the feel of the movie or the major production value of the movie might help with putting the budget together. So if the question is who makes the budget, line producer or EP, it's kind of like both in a way, and depending on how you're putting the film together to begin with.